Alright. Enough's enough. I want to be done. As much fun as I'm having with, subterranean animism. You know. Whoa, that's a pretty cool, shot type. I'm looking at the demo here. That's that third character I don't know about. Screw it. Come on in if you want. I'm F and Slowbeef on Skype. You know the drill. How this works, more or less. What do you call it? Decaf Delinquent's talking to me on Skype, so let me just, okay. She's asking if I'd ever played Amnesia, and I haven't, and I have a little bit. But anyway, so, enough of that. This is it. This is the run. We are getting rid of subterranean animism, so I can move on to my next big project or two. Maybe get some Police Knots going finally, some Sonic 2000s. I don't know. There's plenty of stuff. But anyway. Okay, so stage 3 is really where my runs tend to go south, you know. I shouldn't say that. I should say that's about when you know that this is not going to go well. So, if I can no miss through stage 3, we might actually have a pretty good shot going. I don't know why I'm doing that. I'm kind of trying to do stuff like go through the scoring line and everything. The whole trick with subterranean animism that I keep forgetting is this is all about grazing. Like I don't actually have to collect stuff so long as I graze enough. Grazing, of course, being getting too close to the bullets. Good afternoon, Ironicus. How are you, buddy? Do you want in on this? I'll take anyway. Message me on Skype. I'll take callers because it's been a while and doing this gets lonely. Oh dear, doing this gets a little lonely sometimes. Much as I like animism, you know, it's hard to keep all this stuff going. Hello CPT3. Hello Jam 643D. Hello Derp SA. Oh, Derp sent a message, so let's bring him in maybe. How about that? Derp says he sent a message. Chat full yet? No, it's not.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Ironicus. How are you?
How's the Touhous?
It's okay. I'm gonna add Reverie to the call as well, or try to. Touhou is okay. I'm kind of stuck on. I said I'd 1cc this game, and it keeps getting like close, but never the cigar. You know.
Well, you shouldn't be smoking in a hospital anyway, so.
That's true. I'm not in the hospital anymore. We're home.
Really? Because I'm trying to imagine like you had your streaming rig there in like the waiting room. It's while people were coming and going.
No, here's the funny thing about labor. It's long. There is a lot to it, and it takes a very long time to get done. How are you, Reverie?
I'm doing well.
Cool. I'm just telling a quick story about labor. It's long. So there's a lot of downtime if you're the dad, because then...
Because you don't actually do shit?
Well, you provide a lot of moral support and you get yelled at, but the trick is your wife gets an intense pain, and then they give her an epidural, and then there's less intense pain, so she needs a nap for a long time, and then a baby comes. But in that time, you might just be sitting there playing video games and saying, fuck it, I wonder how good this hospital Wi-Fi upstream is. The answer is not very. But anyway.
Well, it's public Wi-Fi. Probably a bunch of people are accessing it, so you know how that goes.
Actually, you know, the hospital does have dedicated Wi-Fi for you to use. I just imagine they don't spend a whole lot, because who the hell is streaming video games in the hospital?
I bet if you ask the nurses, like, every third person is streaming, like, Minecraft or something.
That's actually why they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
Reverie, how are you?
I'm doing well. I was interested in the fact that you're doing subterranean animism, which I actually bought.
That is it's an incredible game, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of the Touhou games seem to have a little bit of a gimmick of some sort. I mean, I haven't played past subterranean animism. I hope none of the people who are watching from my channel or the one place that I'm linking this don't catch me saying this, but yeah.
I'll say this, Ironicus, do you play any Touhous at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't play video games.
If I were to sell you on one Touhou, I would say number 11, Subterranean Animism, is actually a pretty incredible shoot 'em up. Like,
it looks like I've been watching your stream videos, some of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, this one does look pretty intense.
Yeah, and it's a lot of Zen fun in a way. Like the patterns are really creative, but also like from a gameplay standpoint, they're very cool to try to dodge, and they look awesome. Especially the third boss, which is going to be the make or break point of this run, I think. Yugi, I believe her name is, which I can't believe I'm starting to get.
So if you were a tiny anime babe,
yes,
and you were trying to navigate someone's psychedelic screensaver, it would be subterranean animism.
Yes, that is exactly how I put it. Did you ever find when you were like just kind of bored in like a doctor's office or something, and you saw those bouncing screensavers, you would sort of mentally or internally try to dodge them with, you know what I mean? Did you ever do that? Am I alone there? That was kind of a thing I used to do when I was younger.
Yeah, like you try to dodge your way between the words in Time magazine.
Yeah, there you go.
What?
Well, a lot of bullet hells have the Graze gimmick, because I am actually a big bullet hell, well, to put it lightly, nut.
And I'm kind of new to them, but I like them a lot now.
Yeah, and a lot of the ones, actually the first one that I recall, that the earliest one, Maho Daisaku-sen, which is a prequel to one of the ones you've played,
Okay.
Touhou.
Uh-huh.
It's called Sorcerer Striker in the USA, but
But that doesn't count.
it actually doesn't have. Yeah, it doesn't actually have grazing. Your entire sprite is your hitbox, and your sprite is actually pretty big.
You know, it's funny. I'm not used to it anymore. Like when you have like a shoot 'em up where the sprite is the ship, like most of them.
Oh yeah.
You can't play those anymore. It's like,
yeah,
oh no.
That happened to me. That happened to me. I'm just so bad at regular shoot 'em ups nowadays.
Yeah, I was playing Sigma Star Saga. Ironicus, I don't know if you saw me play that. That was a really creative game. Way Forward did.
Okay.
Implementation, I think, could be a little tighter, and I was considering a ROM hacking experiment for that. But it's a hybrid RPG shoot 'em up where the random encounters are like small shoot 'em up segments.
Yeah, I had started that game. I never got around to it since my backlog is like massive.
Yeah. So the gimmick behind it was you have an alien parasite on you that basically like psychically links you to ships in the fleet. So you,
of course,
the random
standard,
right? Of course. So the random encounter is more or less like a ship calling you for its aid. So you get like a different ship every time, and like some goal like kill like 20 enemies or 5 or whatever, you know. But it's a very neat idea. The only thing I'll say is the random encounters are way too frequent because there's also an overworld section. Then you're doing like sort of Legend of Zelda-ish, you know. So sometimes it's like, oh, okay, I'm trying to explore here. Like this, you're getting on my nerves now, you know. So I'm wondering if maybe if it had a smaller encounter rate with a higher reward system, you know, if that kind of thing would help out. I don't know.
As long as there are fewer people killing one another in space, I'm all for that.
Pacifist run, more or less.
Yeah.
You can actually... Sorry, go ahead.
Declare a peace treaty at, like, level 2 or something, and just it's smooth sailing the rest of the way.
We're going to retry this. Because I just died on stage 3 for no good reason. Sorry about that.
Oh, yes. Can I give a little bit of fun facts in the,
Give me the funnest fact you got.
I would love that. I would love for fun facts.
Well, this is actually considered the hardest Touhou game, at least that I can recall, since I am somewhat active in the fan base.
Yeah.
And
so why are you taking this to be your 1cc challenge? Is it like for the bragging rights, or because this is the one that engages you most?
Okay, here's the deal. So I did this as sort of a Patreon thing. You know, if I reach my second goal, I'll play 5. I'll give Touhou another chance. I'll play 5 Touhous, and I'll 1cc one of them. Now, the obvious thing I could do is just kind of, you know, say, look, just to say that I've done it, I'll pick Mountains of Faith, let's say, which is the easiest one, right? Or actually, it's not. There's some debate there, if I'm correct, Reverie.
I'm just looking forward to the film adaptation that Del Toro's doing.
Mountain of Faith, aside from a few themes, is one of the ones I don't really remember that well.
It's one that has, I think it's Marissa B. has this really broken shot type where she, like, wrecks a boss in, like, 3 seconds.
Yeah, there's that.
That's the one I'm like, you know what, worst case, you know, I don't want to get stuck doing this forever, so I can just drop to that so I've technically satisfied it, but I'd like to give it the old college try and, you know, really do something. And, you know, I don't know, that kind of thing.
If you really wanted to go hardcore, you probably would have went with the second game, just gotten a PC98 emulator, went with Story of Eastern Wonderland. It is so archaic and so hard.
You know what is funny?
You get a lot of cred from the Touhou hipsters that way, though.
Yeah, because, again, PC98's, like, dead, except for the music, apparently.
Do you know what actually lunatic mode of all the Touhou games is keeping track of which titles correspond to which stories? Because I don't know if you noticed, it is so hard.
They should put a quiz in the beginning, and if you get it right, you get extra lives.
Yeah. Like, quick, highly responsive to prayers. 7.3, I don't know, you know. But...
Well, there's the joke that we never talk about that game, because I went to a convention, and basically, I went to the Touhou panel, since that was the group I was with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And since I do operate on a Touhou IRC channel, I was basically... Well, why don't we talk about highly responsive to prayers?
Now,
and the person running it was just like, because it's different.
So, for those who don't know, that's the first Touhou game, and it is not a shoot-'em-up. It's kind of like Breakout, more or less. With
it's also my special power if I were a Pokemon.
Speaking of that, there's the Touhou fan base is like, I will say right now, completely whack, but in a good way.
You're in hop on the Touhou IRC chat room, and you're in the fan base is whack.
They're wiggity whack. Let me tell you.
I said, but in a good way.
Oh, in a good way. Okay. I was like, I fucking hate this fan base, but man, am I in it? No, sorry. Go ahead. I'm just kidding.
But yeah,
we've all been.
They've made everything, like every fan game possible for a Touhou game. With one of the ones that I'm thinking of now being the Touhoumon games. Which is ROM hacks. Yeah, ROM hacks of like Fire Red and stuff.
It probably shouldn't have taken me a bit to figure out that portmanteau, but it did. But actually, the Touhou Castlevania game looked really like cool, but I heard the second one's really like better or whatever. It's like Symphony of the Night-ish kind of graphics, but it is very well done, like art-wise. Like,
yeah, I still need to try the second one, but. The first one's pretty good, and I'm bad at it.
Right.
Now, is this an example of Ugu-shaped bullet hurting?
This is Green-Eyed Monster. I don't like this pattern. I don't believe I bombed there. That was so stupid of me. But I just felt like I would kind of trap myself in there. It's a very unusual bullet pattern. It's typically easy, except every time I play it, I want to tempt fate and get closer and closer. But the idea is it like tracks you where you go, so you have to move a little fast is the idea. But of course you want to stay in one spot under the boss to keep shooting the boss, you know, so that's the whole trick with Green-Eyed Monster. So basically I just kind of I flew a little too close to the sun on the wings of Icarus, but managed to bomb my way out of it, which is I think how the myth goes. So yeah. This pattern, which is called Jealous of the Kind and Lovely, it has a lot of...
That's my other special ability.
There must be a name for this, but there's sort of persistent bullets on screen, like ones that don't move, they just kind of hang out there, you know, so hoping you'll dodge other bullets and run into them, more or less. Strategy. These kinds of shots are just layered. You see them everywhere in these bullet hell type of games, you know. Typically in the Touhou, these kind of bullets are your sort of downtime patterns, you know. This one's pretty cool because she has two clones that shoot little bullets and big bullets, and if you shoot the big bullet one, they spawn a ton more big bullets, and then you're in trouble. But what's cool about the big bullets is the auras of the bullets don't hurt you, so you get to do really daredevil kind of moves to avoid them and shit. I really like the big bullets in here, and it's going to come into play in the third boss, hopefully, if we get to see her. If I don't get mad for losing too easily, or whatever. But anyway, shoot 'em ups, what can you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh dear. Kind of painted myself into a corner, but we got out of it.
So, are you angling for a job in like being a consultant on the next Touhou? Are you gonna make 3 Who or something?
As much as I now have more of an appreciation for Touhou, I still prefer my shoot 'em ups to have like ships in them. You know, I mean, hey, whatever. Or like,
so that would be your expert advice. Turn it into a spaceship.
I would say make it more awesome. Like Exceed has spells and like witch girls and stuff, but like. It has, like, the sort of metal soundtrack kind of thing that I look for, where I want to feel like a badass instead of, like, a guy who likes to dodge bullets while there's little girls flying on screen. You know what I mean? That kind of deal. Still great games, though.
Yeah, it's all just a matter of preference. And I'll say, on the subject of soundtracks, a lot of the, I'll once again get into the fan works.
Right.
Because... there are actually a lot of interpretations, I'll call them, of Touhou music, like metal mixes.
Uh-huh.
And there's even, like, one group in particular, Sound Zephyr, who has like someone who's done some commercial soundtracks, and he's done, the Sega Genesis and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's made that sound chip sound awesome. Let me put it that way.
Gotcha. All right, Extra Life. This is the third boss. Oh no, mini boss actually. Yugi, right? This is their mini boss form.
Yeah, I think the third boss is Orin, as they call her.
No, that's the fourth actually.
Oh, fourth. I'm getting my stuff mixed up. It's been a while since I played.
I'm wrong again. Orin is fourth mini boss, fifth mini boss and boss, and sixth mini boss. The cat.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, the cat kind of is like the Resident Evil nemesis character of Touhou Subterranean Animism. This boss, however, fights you through the entire level, or I should say bugs you throughout the entire level, so you can't really get rid of her, which is unfortunate because she has a very annoying shot pattern. I do not believe I lost to that, but fuck it, we'll keep going. Stupid of me. Ugh. I hate losing this stupid crap like that. Anyway, I'm sorry though, you know what? Of course, I let everybody plug things in streams, so if either of you have anything you'd like to plug while we're here, while I'm dodging yellow and green coin-shaped bullets, please feel free.
Well, my one friend, if you're interested in the music of this stuff, my one friend Overcoat, he is not around right now, but he's at a convention.
Is this what sort of convention?
The convention of the anime variety. He's working there actually.
All right, that's cool.
No, yeah, it's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just like that, of the anime variety, we'll say.
you don't gotta be like that. It's
there's
no friends here.
I'm playing Touhou. You don't have to do euphemisms.
I know. I'm just being a little bit silly.
I know. No, I understand. By the way, this is the most awesome bullet pattern. Storm on Mount O or whatever. I don't know. I had pronounced it, but it really lets you. It really forces you to do Daredevil kind of moves because there's nowhere to go and it's like a rain.
Yeah, your Graze is shooting up pretty good there.
Yeah, you have to. It's the only hope you have. I don't believe I died on the stupid patterns here. This is so bad. Well, this might not be the 1cc run, but maybe we can have fun anyway with it.
So,
yes.
Anyhow, yeah, your friend at an anime-ish convention. What were you saying about?
He does a radio show on a lot of the fan music, which is again, it ranges from metal to dubstep to anything under the sun. And let me see if I can get a link up with my terrible internet connection.
Overcoat, his name is, you said, right?
Yeah,
okay.
It's on aircivoradio.com.
Gotcha. This is better than having a handle of Fedora, at least.
Yeah, and also, I do my radio show on there, which I just play whatever.
Oh, man. Ooh. Did you, okay. Nice. Let's see if anybody else wants into chat, too. Ironicus, what are you doing lately?
What's that?
What have you been doing lately?
Well, I've got one thing that just got posted today that's actually perfect for the Touhou crowd, I suppose.
What is it?
My latest, our latest 6 Feet Under special, that's my tabletop podcast network, whatnot, just went up today, and it's a session of Golden Sky Stories, which is a Japanese tabletop game that was recently translated to English, and we played it with the translator.
Oh, wow.
So I'm gonna link the update to that right there in the chat.
That's very cool.
But for anybody listening to this, it's feats.podbean.com for our whole feed. Or, you can just bug me on Twitter for it. I'm happy to link anything. And also, we like to do other topics up alongside. So paired with it, we just had sort of a podcast discussion on comparing and contrasting the Japanese and English-speaking RPG scenes with one of 3 qualified people to talk about that. The translation community for that sort of thing is very, very small.
I've seen smaller ones, like translation of Chinese games.
By the way,
yeah, I'm sure.
Final Gamer James, are you in the call?
Yeah, I am. Sorry, I was just not wanting to interrupt Ironicus.
No one wants to do that, but
No, I can't interrupt the Iron.
I'm baller. It's okay.
Yeah, so I'm just watching you trying to deal with Dino DNA.
What is Dino DNA?
Well, there's little strands going through. Are you fighting Mr. DNA?
I don't think I am.
I was just wondering to myself, because I was looking at this going, there's pentagram. Is Jurassic Park 4 just getting weirder now?
Oh, the
Like,
background, right.
Are we playing a little girl who's like, this is how I hack through the computer now, it's updated?
I think that would actually be one of the other games, Impossible Spell Card, which you literally have
Shmup
to use
system, I
hypothetical
know
like-
this.
There should be incremental dodging. I know this. There should be a tabletop like bullet hell. Well, no, there shouldn't. That makes no sense.
Not necessarily. I think, I don't
So
know.
here's an idea. Large
It-
bullet L.
It's certainly a problem-solving issue, but I don't know. There's
potential.
Roll
Never
D20,
say never.
Dodge 50 bullets.
nothing is impossible.
There is a mobile slot machine role playing game hybrid that I'm playing that I like, but so you never know. There's actually,
Slot machine? RPG? How does that work?
you know what's interesting is I was reading the fact behind the game. The guy was playing Game Dev Tycoon and came up with a slot RPG game in that game, and he goes, "How would that work?" And he made it. It's called King Caching, like cashing a check.
Wow.
It's surprisingly not bad, you know.
That's pretty, sounds amazing, actually.
It's fun. It's like a silly little time waster type of game, you know. Yeah, I know it's iOS, but I think there's an Android version. I'm not 100% on that.
Did you know?
Yes.
Did you know that there's on Game Dev Tycoon they have an anti-piracy thing?
I love their anti-piracy thing. Yeah. Do you know about this, General?
No, I don't know anything about piracy. Hey.
He's General, not Captain Ironicus.
No. He got the promotion. Do you know Game Dev Tycoon though?
Yes.
I've heard of it as well, but I've never gotten around to it.
If it detects you're playing a pirated version of the game, it will actually have your games that you create in the game get pirated, and you can't make any money.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty great, right? I was like, that is clever as shit. That's like one of the things that even makes your most hardcore game pirate go, well played.
I think the best anti-piracy measures I ever heard of in a game, two of them in particular, were Spyro the Dragon 3 and Earthbound. I don't know if anyone knows those ones.
I know Earthbound, but if you'd like to tell us all, that's cool by me for those who don't know.
Well, so Earthbound has this thing where if it registers that you have a pirated cartridge, or if you're playing in a region that doesn't support it, it will... Firstly, it will spawn like a shit ton of enemies all over the place. Like, the enemy encounter rate triples. Secondly, there is a second thing, and I can't quite remember, but the third thing was, if you manage to make it to the end of the game, it gets to the final boss, the game crashes on purpose and deletes all your saved games.
That's like the ultimate middle finger.
Yeah,
Really
like
is.
basically like, buy the game, shithead, if you want to end it.
That is pretty great. The other one was Spyro. Yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah. Spyro the Dragon 2 had a couple of piracy measures, and they took apparently it took 2 days to pirate the game. Spyro the Dragon 3 took about 6 months to pirate, because basically what happened was, if it registered that you have a pirated CD, it would do a bunch of things, like it would take away random gems and jewels, so you would never get like 100% on any level. Like, they would just disappear. And also, the game would suddenly change languages on you. So, like, you would try to be getting the instructions up, and then suddenly it's German.
You know,
yeah.
one funny thing I wanted to bring up is, I know we had talked about piracy measures on a previous stream, but I'm like, yeah, we can talk about them again. Not like everybody watches every stream I do. But Mighty Dicktron, who's my usual Touhou expert, is like, I think he felt a little nonplussed right now. He's like, I'm being upstaged. Like, I talked about this when we played double dealing characters. So I'm sorry, Mighty Dicktron, but the world does not revolve around you. Anyway, sorry. I have to keep these Touhou experts, and there's so many.
This is the Con Touhou unity.
The Con Touhou unity, exactly.
I love that you're dodging pollen spores. This is helpful for the hay season.
Indeed. This is what's her face? Yugi. Yugi's an Oni.
Oshiguma, I think it was.
Yeah, she's an Oni, right? She like drinks a lot.
Yeah, there's also Suika, who also is always
Oh,
wasted.
yeah, I see the horn.
Yeah, that's the sign of the Oni. Like, oh yeah, there's the horn. That's right.
There's also the joke that
Yeah, she's got a horn.
That's it. Whoa.
there's also the joke that Suika is Zun's self-insert, because Zun always has a beer. At the con he was at over here in America, he always had a beer.
So this is another thing you might not know, Ironicus, but the creator of Touhou is kind of a binge drinker.
Okay.
Right.
I suppose you'd have to be.
I don't think a problem drinker. Everyone seems to like kind of just take it in good humor or whatever, you know. But like, yeah, no, he likes to knock him back apparently.
The man just appreciates a fine whiskey.
This is true.
Actually, funny enough, my area, my home county actually signed a huge deal with China for sending a whole bunch of whiskey over. Because apparently the Chinese and Japanese fucking love whiskey. So Scotland has gotten really popular with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I hope he's drinking something from us. Yeah, I'm endorsing right now. I'm actually a sponsor for this whiskey company.
Nice.
No,
this is some, and hopefully Zun himself is drinking some whiskey.
yes. Let's see.
I wonder, do you think he's like actually drunk when he comes up with like some of the patterns and such, or do you think that's just like?
I think
They
what
move in
happens
really
is,
straight lines, so I doubt it.
There's actually the rumor that he was drunk while making 8 Imperishable Night.
Why that one specifically, or just that? Just
I have
the way
no
it is?
idea, but apparently the coding is like really sloppy, like really sloppy.
Impassable Night, also known as November 5th, outside the Akabani district. You know, actually, I'm thinking maybe he thought up these bullet patterns by just getting drunk and spinning around underneath a light really fast, underneath the street light.
Possibly.
And then it just sort of remembers it and writes it down in a notepad going, oh, so I'll just do a vomiting S shape.
Now, I want to point out to Ironicus here, I don't know if you've seen my other Subterranean Animism screen, aka my apology one. Knockout in 3 steps, this current pattern, is the one where I'm like, yeah, holy shit, this game is really good.
Yes, I did, yes.
Yeah, Knockout in 3 steps is still like an incredible pattern. But we made it, we've no missed 3 stages so far, so we've got a not too bad shot at this.
Okay,
Yeah, you
explain
finally
to me
got
what the
past
hell
stage 3.
no miss means in a shmup.
Oh,
Because it's
no
not
death.
what you'd think, right? Like,
Yeah, it's no death. They call it that because just a mistranslation in old games. Like if you get a bonus for beating a stage without dying, it'd be like, here's your no miss bonus, even though that doesn't make sense, right?
Okay.
Shine get.
It should technically be something like no hit bonus, really. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Although
Then that could imply you never hit anything.
this is true too, right? Yeah. Or like no miss should maybe imply that you killed everything or something, you know?
Or it should just be no death bonus.
It's basically just really badly named for multiple reasons. Ooh! Oh no! Really?
Oh no!
All right, that's okay. It's one life, whatever.
I'm trying to remember the one Touhou game I actually played. Oh yeah, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. That's the only one I played.
That's number
And-
6. It's the first Windows one, I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
I played that
and
one.
yeah, I think I got past maybe the second stage. I'm really terrible at shooter games, which is why I play Parodius. I played it for your shooter thread, actually.
Proteus, yeah. Proteus can even... Oh, I'm thinking of the Super Proteus, or the...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know, all the Parodius games are pretty similar, really.
Mm-hmm.
And I played Jikyo Oshibure Parodius and Gokujo Parodius with Reason Inferno, who did the Gradius bit.
Is Jikyo Shibiri the one where there's a voiceover the whole time, like a narrator?
Yeah.
This is fairly incredible. It's a Super Nintendo game that has voiceover narration through the entire game.
Yeah,
Which,
though,
for Super Nintendo, that's pretty...
No, it is definitely impressive. It's just,
It's
I'm not sure
impressive
how many
now.
voice clips there actually were, so...
Right. I wish I knew what the guy was saying the whole time, but he's super happy. Like,
It's definitely better on the PS1 version. I think it has more voice clips instead of... Because it sounded like there were only 3 or 4 for the SNES version, but I don't really know, but it sounded like 3 same voice clips over and over.
it's... So if you don't know, Parodius is like a comedy shoot 'em up. I don't know if you heard of it. It's like parody Gradius. So
Yeah.
you're typically
It's-
fighting like penguins and shit like that, you know. It's like meant to be
Yeah.
very silly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
played
it's
that
Killing
whenever I-
clowns and
It's
Jerry
a blend
Seinfeld
between
makes an
Gradius
appearance.
and Twinbee.
hmm
It's a blend between Gradius and Twinbee, and it's really, really fun to play, and also kind of a good starter shmup because it's not amazingly difficult. At least I was able to play it, and I suck at shooters. And
I do too.
Yeah.
Going by this, Jesus.
yeah, oh wow.
I mean,
Just throwing disco balls at you.
so this is Satori. She is one of 2 really hard bosses in Subterranean Animism. If I can handle her and Orin, I have an okay shot at this, basically. And
I love this spell card's name, Terrible Souvenir.
and
It's
we're
like she's just throwing like little things at you. That would be the best part ever.
plus we're in hell, so you can only
All
imagine.
you're getting is this T-shirt.
Welcome to the gift shop of torture.
Right. I think this is current hell, right? Because there's 2 hells in the Touhou world, and one of them's like an old hell that they don't use anymore.
This
The
is the
third
old
hell
hell.
is the Touhou fandom. They're quite whack, but in a good way.
Right. There's like, I think the burning pit of fire kind of hell is the hell that, yeah.
So, wait, there's an old hell and a new hell. Do all the old hell demons have, like, top hats and the woman dress in very sensible clothing?
I think it's more like everyone's like kind of out of work in old hell. Like nobody really wants
It's
to.
a gentrification thing, you know.
Right.
Actually, I can't recall correctly, but I think that's what the case is.
Yeah. No, I'm really not even making a joke there. That is like the deal, like with Touhou Hell. All right, Border of Wave and Particle is her final spell card. I cannot stand it because it is a damn it, I had to bomb, huge endurance kind of thing of
Wow, yeah,
super
fuck
tight,
that.
fast patterns. Yeah, it's a very well named pattern for many
I just see the-
reasons, and I'm gonna have to sing through this. Sorry, go ahead. What are you saying? Jesus Christ.
Damn.
All right. I'm probably going to die during this, honestly, but I got 1 bomb left. Maybe we can just get through. Oh, wow! All right. Hey! Woo! Okay.
Congratulations! This is the best thing that's happened to you all week.
It. Don't tell her. No, God. Yeah.
Oh wow. So what's this fire going on now?
So okay, so we're in real, or wait, I think this is old hell. Now, if I remember,
Yeah.
the previous hell is new hell, where they actually use hell. Yeah, hellfire times past. So this is old burning hell. You know that doesn't really get used anymore, but
Hell Classic.
yeah.
The real estate we're down here.
Right. I'm wondering if it will be like a new Coke thing, like in later Touhou's, where like, you know, and honestly, old hell was a lot better. Let's bring it back, but change cane sugar to high fructose corn syrup to save money on it.
This is classic hell,
This is classic hell. This is like the hell we all know and love.
and then there'll be a Hell Zero, which is really fucking terrible and flat.
But
And then there'll be a Hell Life, which is all organic and full of like beast trees and such.
Indeed. Now, and this is Orin the cat. This is her second appearance. Orin, I don't remember what the deal is, but like most bosses and characters in Touhou are like based on like Japanese mythological things, but she has a wheelbarrow and she like carts off souls, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not dead.
Wow, 6 extra lives, so we're actually not doing too bad. I'm annoyed because it could have been 8, which would have secured a 1cc, but you know, whatever, maybe.
Yeah, what exactly does 1cc mean?
Oh, that is-
Credit clear.
That is
Yeah.
1 credit clear. That is finish the
Oh,
game
right.
without continuing.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I understand that. Fair enough.
No miss clear is to finish the whole game without dying, and no miss is just to finish a level. I should not have had to bomb there. I shouldn't have bombed there, actually, but whatever. We'll maybe survive this. Can I kill her here? 3, 2, 1. Whatever, fine. I'll bomb
I'm
through it.
hoping that at the end of this, there's a giant slot machine you fight, like in Star Wars.
And then it's just like you can just randomly lose based on luck, and no one told me that. Like, that's the one problem with subterranean animism. Is there's some parts that might be impossible to beat, literally. What are you gonna
That's-
do?
Do you mind if I interrupt to go into the story for a little bit?
Please!
The whole entire thing happens in this game
Mhm.
because Well, I won't say big bad because no one's really a big bad, but the big bad of the game, whatever, is basically stupid. Really stupid.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of that. There's like a really stupid Touhou character. That's right.
Is it the cat?
No, it's her other friend, and they're actually the fourth boss's pets.
Wow.
That was bad. I shouldn't have died there, but all right, fuck it. We're gonna face Orin. This is the other really hard boss of Touhou. Stage 5 boss? Yeah, I'm on stage 5. So, this pattern, I just gotta be careful because there's both persistent resonant bullets and your normal pattern, and of course slow small bullets that go through it. I don't believe I dodged there.
Wow.
Or bombed, whatever. Okay, this is Zombie Fairy, aka my least favorite pattern because I have no good strategy for it, but she has zombie fairies follow you around. Or dolls, I guess. And if you shoot them, they explode into bullets. So
and they're out for blood.
So there's sort of a kind of risk-reward thing going on where you want to kill the boss and get your bonuses and such, but you also don't necessarily want to shoot her little underlings. So,
yeah, this is feeling Serious Sam kind of enemy style.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could also try timing out the spell card, which is basically...
typically what I do, frankly.
Yeah.
You still win if you time out the spell card and survive for 60 seconds, but you don't get the bonus. Right?
It's there.
Yeah. I got 14 more seconds. 11, 10. I don't think I'm going to kill her in time, but fuck it, we'll try. 7. I hear the little countdown timer going off.
So, Slowbeef, would you say your chances of surviving this are higher or lower than the amazing wagon trail?
Lower. We made 2 of those. All right, that was a death bomb. That went pretty well, at least. But death bomb, for if you didn't know, is Touhou gives you like I think it's like a ridiculously low number of frames. Where if you get shot, you have like a tenth of a second to hit the bomb button, so at least you don't die.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been doing that quite often, so you must be a pro at this.
I mean, it's probably not literally a tenth of a second, you know. But it's pretty tight, frankly. Like you can see,
very
this is pretty tight.
Damn right. I'm gonna brag a little. This is Spleen Eater.
Spleen Eater?
This is my favorite named pattern.
Oh man.
Yeah, this is a pretty tricky pattern. I mean, once you kind of get the hang of it, it's still not too easy. But whoa, there we go. I could have. All right, I could have held out. I just had to. If I had gritted my teeth a tiny bit more on that, we might not have had to have bombed there. Shit. Sorry, I tend to sing a little when I'm dodging bullets. I don't know what it is. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. We do that when we're climbing ladders, so it helps.
Indeed.
Past time.
Indeed. Alright, what is this? Needle Mountain of a Former Hell. I hate this spell card because it requires you to look far ahead while you're dodging other bullets.
Do you like any spell card?
No, I don't like any
I
of
like
them.
Dark Magician Girl. She's my favorite.
Slowbeef.
That's me.
Have you seen the final boss for this game yet?
Yes, I have. I love this final boss.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Her design is ridiculously awesome.
It is.
I'll put it that way.
It is completely awesome. She is completely awesome. Final boss.
We talking DeviantArt awesome or Tumblr awesome?
We're talking like shmup awesome, where you're like, whoa, that's a Touhou boss, like, you know.
Man, now I can't wait.
Yeah, she's a pretty awesome boss. Unfortunately, I'm down to 1 spare life already, so we're gonna. I guess the only way once you see this happening is I'm gonna have to do ridiculously good on her. But you know,
We believe in you.
I don't know why you do. 2 extra lives, okay, not bad. All right, so we are at the final stage of the Touhou. Stage 6, of course, is a short one.
Oh.
We have 1 mini boss, the Orin again, the cat, with 1 pattern. And
Cat.
yes, it is.
Pros.
It is a rhythm pattern, meaning like it's not really so much about dodging as it is sort of just keeping the rhythm, which can be a tough thing because they, of course, play around with that and get faster and faster as you go. You know the deal.
Are we on the sun?
This is deep into hell, more or less.
Right.
Deep into old hell? Yeah, old hell, right?
Oh, don't worry. This baby can take up to 9,000 degrees.
If you did not notice me doing this, by the way, Reimu A, this particular ship girl, has a trick where if you double tap the side of the screen, she will actually wrap around to the other side. However, she cannot move for, like, maybe half a second, so you do just have to be cognizant on what's on the other side of the screen, because you can get shot and killed that way. Like that. Alright, well, full power up at least. So, let's take on the final mini-boss of the game, once and for all.
Great.
Yeah. And by the way, for such a cutesy game, apparently you are actually killing these, like, demons and stuff, so when you see them in hell...
Well, they're demons.
Yeah.
You're killing them again, basically.
Right.
I'm back.
Wow, look at this neon disco wave going on.
There we go. And that's now we're on our way to the final awesome boss.
On the Skype screen, that looked like really slow, going back and forth, red and blue. So it looked like some kind of weird Mexican wave.
Right. Finally, we got this, like, ooh, rain of balls.
Volleyballs.
Yes. Okay, and then the final enemy of the game. This stupid thing, I hate this. This is a little bit like Border of Wave and Particle. Wow.
Wow.
That sucks. All right. Well, we're at last life, so let's just hope I suddenly do incredible at this final boss. I should have bombed. That was stupid of me. All right.
Uh-oh.
So this is Utsuho. She has eaten a nuclear crow and as such gained the power of nuclear fusion.
Oh god. Oh no,
And
it's the
her
villain
cake
from
is a
Superman
galaxy.
4.
Which means all her attacks involve throwing suns at you.
What?
Which
Holy shit.
Which is kind of awesome, frankly.
She's
Oh god, it
chugging a
is the
Sunny
villain
D.
for Superman 4.
Yeah, she is like a legit kind of cool boss, and she gets a normal shoot 'em up caution kind of thing between spell cards.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so as you can see, she has absolutely enormous bright bullets.
Oh god. So you literally can't see that well between them.
Yeah, she has. Yeah, and I died. So, but that's okay. We'll try again. We'll try one more time. I'm sorry, Final Gamer. By the way, did you have anything you wanted to plug while we were here?
No. Well, I do. Oh, okay, well, I am currently making a Disney Games mega thread on something awful.
Alright.
So, if anyone wants to, like, check out any Disney games from the old days being played, there's me and a bunch of other people who joined in to check it out. It's kind of on the ropes for a bit, because all the good ones have been taken, so if anyone finds some really shitty games, you're welcome to put them on there.
Did anyone get to Quackshot yet?
Yes, I played Quackshot.
I love Quackshot.
I remember Quackshot.
Quackshot
Is fucking rad, and it's on my channel if you want to see it. Combat Lobster joined me with it as well. He also did the Pinocchio game, so he was cool.
I didn't even know there was a Pinocchio game.
Yeah, it was on the SNES. It's actually not bad. The music's pretty rad.
Oh, nice. Hey, Ironicus, let's do some tabletop shit again sometime.
Yeah,
I
you
would
should totally
like that.
be on 6 Feet Under. It is great. It's a lot of fun.
I'll do that. I'll be on 6 Feet Under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just gotta set up our schedule. People are demanding more of the Paper Mario game that people who aren't me were in. Wolfshirt GM'd that one for a cast of, the usual, some of our usual people and some guests, which is why they're called guest games, I guess.
You call it Paper Mario. That's interesting. I didn't know there was a Paper Mario.
It's a fan thing. It's actually hosted on a wiki where they found the rules.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Cool.
Totally. Please die already, you stupid final enemy. I gotta figure out I gotta practice more of Wave and Particle Border. Okay, so anyway, back to Utsuho. So we'll show her off a little more than I did before.
Alright. So, is it okay if I link the Disney Games mega thread in the chat?
No, go right ahead. Please do.
Alright, awesome. Just in case if anyone else wants to throw some shit in there, go right ahead.
By the way, you can also see when someone throws suns at you, your Graze meter just goes way up. But anyway. Alright, this is Atomic Fire Nuclear Fusion. The whole trick here is she throws giant suns that get smaller as you go.
Oh, right, I see.
Yeah, this is actually like that, what is it, needle attack from before, where you kind of have to look ahead and see where the circles are to figure out where you can squeeze through.
Nice.
Later on in each volley. Fuck it, we'll just bomb through that, though. and then get really close to her, and then hopefully.
And then
get.
you pull out Embraceable Chernobyl.
Yes, indeed. This one I don't know the name of, and I was not able to grab the extra life bar from it. This is her major form of attack, where she has 3 volleys of suns like this, where you have to do super tight dodges. And then throws in these huge giant bullets in the middle of it, which
3
is
Mile Island, more like 3 Volley Island. Am I right?
Yikes, you're right. Oh boy. Okay, and let's see here. Goddamn. Yeah, so that's Utsuho. She has some pretty great attacks. They're pretty awesome, and they're all incredibly hard.
So how was everybody's holiday yesterday?
Good. I tried to play Five Nights at Freddy's in 5 seconds, but I was like, fuck this.
I didn't really do anything. I just typed about going to Magfest.
That is pretty spooky, I'll give you that. What about you, Slowbeef? Did you do anything Halloween?
I brought my daughter home from the hospital.
Oh, congratulations!
Trick or treat.
Yeah, I know.
Just put her in a bucket and give her to the first kid who comes knocking on your door.
Wait, was she born on Halloween?
No, a couple days before.
Oh man, that would have been the best birthday.
Maybe, I don't know. You know,
great.
those holiday birthdays are weird things. Like my, one friend of mine, she was born on Christmas and she hates it because she felt like
oh yeah,
she gets
that's the worst day.
The worst of all worlds. So,
sure, her birthday was Isaac Newton, so
right. But yeah.
Well, I was born on Easter, and sometimes my birthday still cycles around to Easter. I was born on, and I swear everybody's going to make a joke, April the 20th.
I'm not going to make a joke.
Oh,
okay,
right.
Thank you.
Drug use is not funny. Now,
I get sick of them after the first.
Now,
10,000.
piracy, that's a laugh riot.
So, now, if you were born on Talk Like a Pirate Day, I would not hold back.
I was born on April Fool, honestly. That would be the best thing ever.
Metabot, by the way, is also saying play tabletop games with us. Okay.
Fucker!
Hate you, Oren, so much.
Oh, we should do Goblin Quest with you.
know
That
what?
looks like fun.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna do one thing while I'm here. Let's close this game. TH10. I think 10 is Mountains of Faith. All right. This is called. I'm switching to the easy Touhou because I'm getting annoyed.
Oh, good, another Touhou game. Awesome.
Yes, this is Mountains of Faith. I know nothing about Mountains of Faith except that it is allegedly extremely easy to 1cc it.
Cool.
Ironically, the easiest known Touhou games, well, in the fan base's opinion, are 8, the one that Zun was drunk while doing apparently, and 13, which you have a basically super mode that you could just hammer down everything with.
Yeah, those are only the easiest known Touhous. There are rumors of even easier Touhous yet to be discovered.
Scientists do have names for these Touhous. Touhou 15 Ethics in Games Journalism, things like that.
I'm a Touhouologist.
I saw the best thing about that ethics in gaming journalism. Somebody actually made a jack-o'-lantern with ethics in gaming journalism.
Wow.
And it was like, wow, that is really too spooky.
Was it just like a Twitter post or something carved into the pumpkin?
It was literally the words ethics in gaming journalism carved. And somebody had posted, and it was between 2 people who do commentaries.
Mm-hmm.
One was Xant Shadow, and he was like posting a picture of a shy guy, jack-o'-lantern he made, and then a guy from Hellfire Commentaries basically posted the ethics in gaming journalism one, and I just laughed.
I think that's the best thing I've heard since since Slowbeef. Have you ever heard of this mod that was done on Dark Souls?
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Yeah, there's a mod that changes the game "You Died" screen to "Thanks Obama."
Yeah, I have seen that. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I remember hearing that long time ago in a stream someone did for Eternal Rain. It was pretty hilarious. Tai Tuesday was in that stream as well.
I think so, yeah. That guy. What a dude.
I know, right?
What a mensch.
What a
hunk.
What a hunk.
You have got to check out his Bridges video that he uploaded last night. It's fucking great. Like, it's one of those bridge construction games, but the physics are so bad that everything just fucking crumbles, it's the best thing.
Bad or worse than Bad Rats? I mean, better or worse than Bad Rats?
It's the exact same engine of Bad Rats.
God. I've got to see this game now.
Yeah,
I think the
sometimes
Bad
you
Rats
just
engine
channel.
was in the Model T, I think.
I actually got a friend as a joke Bad Rats once. It literally bugged up his computer and he had to restart it. And I'm like, oh god, I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Well, that was the best prank ever.
I do have Bad Rats on Steam. I just never installed it or anything.
Oh yeah, he got me Bad Rats in return too, so. Whoops.
Wow, it's like some kind of bad Tupperware party.
Ragni, actually, let me see if anybody else wants in too. Ragni said that, sorry, then, what do you call it? Let me add Dicktron to this. Ragni a while back challenged, well, when I was doing my Cave Story hard mode thing, he thought I'd never finish it, so he said, like, I'll play Bad Rats if you finish it. But then as I got toward the end, he's like, listen, you really don't have to finish Cave Story. I was just kidding. But,
You sure showed him.
alright.
I've actually, some people say Bad Rats is the worst thing, but I've actually played one thing that is just, I don't even suggest that people play it. Let me put it that way. And I've suggested people play some awful games.
So,
Which
like,
is?
It's a bootleg game called Sonic 7.
what is Sonic 7?
It's basically a Game Boy Color Sonic game, and it has the most screwed up controls ever, the worst music in the world. The graphics I can't critique because they're all stolen.
Sounds like fun.
It's made by this group called Yong Yong, and all the games they make
Okay.
are exactly alike. They even screwed up Mega Man.
That's awesome. Hey, Dicktron.
Yo,
How are you?
I'm doing alright. I was waiting for you to get to the boss of this stage, because the very fact about this boss is that her theme has been arranged with Darude Sandstorm.
With
It's
what?
pretty good. Darude Sandstorm.
The Rude Sandstorm. Is this the game, by the way, if I keep my power meter between 3 and 4, I do, like, incredible damage with Marissa B?
Yeah, but you forgot to unfocus.
Thank you. That's what it was.
Mhm.
And it's gotta be between 3 and 4. Yeah, that's it. Anyway.
You
Wow.
forgot to unfocus. That's the weirdest thing to hear.
Did Metabot's...
It's a weird, thing.
I think Metabot's adding himself to the call. That's incredible.
Medibot can do whatever the hell he wants. He's the people's champion.
Apparently he can.
He's quite powerful.
He does, yes.
I'm convinced that Medibot is one of the last Touhou bosses.
He's the most adorable anime I know.
Have you ever gotten to any of the extra stages yet?
No. But
It's basically in between Lunatic and Hard. That's how I would describe the difficulty.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't. I would describe it as between normal and hard.
Oh, dear.
Well,
Yeah,
it depends
it's not
on the
as hard
game
as
too
Lunatic.
sometimes. But...
Lunatic is, like, hard mode and Lunatic are just harder than the extra stages on average.
Well, I'd describe it in the form of a sonnet.
I put it
Singing
between
me
Hyde and
news.
Glasgow.
Alright, so at the very least, I'm gonna want to see this, right?
Oh yeah, you got this. You're
Thanks,
slow beef.
Metabot. Yay!
You can do anything you set your mind to.
I do, though. That's my thing. It's not because I have any special... I'm just obsessive over
No,
stuff.
Yeah.
but you know what? That's perfect. Talent is just applied interest. Anything you can practice, you can do.
Aw.
Slowbeef's daughter was conceived by force of will. He just thought really hard and concentrated.
Bless this slow beef.
Bust. Alright, what is optical camouflage? So I get my strategy is I'm just gonna
Shoot lasers
yeah, more or less.
upwards,
Yes.
vertically, vertical laser beam.
You got it.
Oh
You know what
yes,
you could
there's-
do.
Wait a minute. Is there a shot type like this for subterranean animism?
Yeah, follow.
No,
I mean, there are only so many different lasers in the universe. I think there are like eight
mm.
different lasers.
Oh yes, a question for you, Slowbeef. And
What? What up, Reverie?
Well, a lot of the people who have played the games often consider homing lasers, like the curving homing lasers,
Uh-huh.
to be the worst thing ever. What is your opinion on them?
I'm okay
He
with...
hasn't experienced them yet because they're not very prominent in DDC, and he hasn't played UFO.
I I may have said I skipped over UFO once, but I actually tried it. But I didn't
UFO
want
is
to finish it.
fantastic. You just have to get used to its scoring.
Gimmick.
Not scoring, but resource system.
Oh, what
Yeah.
about NeFO?
I'm getting
It's
people
pretty good,
Skype
too. I can
messaging
respect
me, telling me what to say on the stream.
What?
No,
Wait.
you're doing fine, Ironicus.
No, sorry. I got a Steam message from someone who wants me to say something on the stream.
Don't do it. Don't
I'm
do
not
it.
going to do it. I just want to have a record of me saying how just fucking weird that is.
That's
Like-
messed up. That's super
You
messed
could
up.
you
This
could
is
just say
Obama's
this
America.
in the chat, you know? Like,
Is
you
it
know
Richard
who I'm
Domingo?
talking to.
All right, and that's the end of. I forgot what stage I'm on even.
Like,
You're on
three-
Please
stage.
tell me it's Richard Domingo.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should make a goal of doing something with him. No, I shouldn't. No.
No, that seems bad.
No, please don't slow
He'd
me.
give you all the money himself 1 month. Just to
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
Actually, that is a good way I could raise money.
Get paid.
Well, hey,
Well, you're not
speaking of
on anymore, I
Patreons,
mean,
if
yes, now.
if the 6 Feet Under Patreon reaches 38,000 a month, we will do all of our sessions live filmed as LARPs in costume.
That's right.
So-
Excellent.
Live action
Yes,
role
that'd
play.
be awesome.
We're only like $37,500 a month away. So
Keep those
Get
plugs
to
coming
it,
in.
folks.
Kickstarter, I presume.
You're on the
Oh.
fast track to making dosh right there.
Oh, we were speaking of Patreons, and I had actually just been thinking how I've been wanting to set up one for my music, because that was the one thing I forgot to plug. I do mainly chiptune arrangements and stuff,
Mhm.
but I've been experimenting with other things until I nuked my instrument collection.
I say
Oh. What sort of music do you do?
Touhou music.
I do
video game.
I do a lot of video game covers, so anything under that range.
But, like,
So,
What's your
Well,
style?
sign me up.
Yeah, what's your style though?
I usually use the Famicom and with the VRC6 expansion.
Okay.
Oh, you do chiptune.
Yeah, so basically
Oh, kick ass.
I'll use like Shovel Knight in this example.
Uh huh.
Would be an example of VRC6 soundtrack.
So shit, I could play video games too. Not so much like.
Can you bring back 80s speed metal? Can you do it?
Actually, my one friend does a lot of speed metal, and I should plug him.
Describe your
since-
haircut to me right now, and if it's not enormous, I'm going
It's
to
massive.
Yeah, it has to be larger than your head,
It has to be Afro size count.
except
Beyond
extremely
that.
long and just like going all the way down your back.
Oh god, that would be. As much as I want to do that, I don't think it would be
I
possible
rate
yet.
80s hair in terms of Garths. As in,
That's good.
how
that's
many
good.
Garths is your haircut?
I think that's the accepted Scientific International unit.
In
That's-
fact,
So
which
we should
Garth
really all
does your
switch to that.
haircut most
Are we
well?
talking? Actually, are we talking about imperial or metric Garths?
I think that's metric Garths, like milligarths, kilogarths. You know.
We really
My hair-
should phase out imperial Garths. It's gone.
Right. It makes no sense.
Well, my hair's actually not as long as it looks.
It's like 6 Garths to a Wayne or something. That doesn't
Is
even
your
make sense.
hair an optical illusion? What do you mean it's not as long as it looks?
Oh dear.
It's actually longer than it
Do you
looks.
have
I just-
extensions?
No, it's just really poofy and really wavy, and it just. If I straighten it, it's like really long.
Do you wait? Hold on. Do you know your stylist's name, or do they always just call themselves the stylist?
Actually, my usual stylist's name is Brian.
Are you sure that that's their real name, or is that just
Yes,
them telling
that's
you?
the real name.
Is there like an Illuminati of barbers you're secretly working with? They're secretly conspiring to make the metric
Please
system
do not
of Garths.
cross the hairstylist wizards.
Oh no, it's a pattern I have to do for real because I bombed too much. Sorry. Anyway.
I
Yeah,
think
what's
my
up? It's some kind of super fast, like moon kick.
I
Captain
think my
Falcon.
my side of the call glitched up or something because I'm not getting the video. So
Yeah, I'm
going
not
to-
hearing you at all.
Oh. Now hold on a sec. Let me see. I'm gonna hop back in really quick.
Try turning it off and turning it back on again.
Yeah.
That always works.
Okay. Now am I coming through?
Yay,
No, still
Clark.
don't get anything.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my
not here.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
I still
I'm just actually watching the stream and muting it, so.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah, my internet connection's kind of really terrible, so...
Ooh. I'm on stage, I don't know, 5?
I'm just on
Five.
stage.
5 sounds right.
You're on stage Japan.
Stage.
You were also on stage Japan previously before that.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the stage.
Oh, stage 5, okay.
So, Medibot, what did you do yesterday?
Yeah, what was your Halloween
And-
like?
Did you do
Yo,
anything
you want to
spooky?
hear my Halloween story?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out.
Aw. I don't know why that was adorable to me, but okay.
Right. So recently, which is to say this summer, I moved back into, I guess, an apartment, whereas previously I was living in a house, and so, I got, I bought candy to give to trick-or-treaters, and I had my costume on, ready to open the door, and I was waiting, and there were no trick-or-treaters, because no one comes to trick-or-treat inside the apartment building.
Of course, right, yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I heard somebody saying stuff about that on one of the IRC channels I'm in. Like, nobody ever comes to the apartment building for trick-or-treating, but if they did, I'd give them the best Halloween ever.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help that, you need to, get buzzed in to even enter the building at all, so we
Oh,
can't...
yeah.
Well, that kind of would contribute to it.
Yeah.
But not even any of the kids who live in the apartment building. Although I don't think there are terribly many. So I decided, after some consideration, that I would take a more assertive stance regarding the trick or treating. So I put on, I checked my costume all good, and I took my bag of candy, and I stood in the lobby of the apartment building. And I waited. I held out my bag of candy. I'm in my skeleton, as I am wont, and I waited. And so, I held the bag open, as if, to say,
Offer it.
yes, take some candy.
Please.
And so, the first, as I suspected, the first people to come and visit were not children. They were clearly adults. They were drunk and still drinking.
This is like a Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And they walk up to me, and they're like, they started saying, "Hey, hey!" And of course, I, being a skeleton, did not move.
Right.
And
Getting into character.
right, I have to stay in character for the Halloween experience.
Of course.
So then they're like, "Wait, is it a real guy?" And they started just grabbing my arm and shoving me and just patting my body,
Jeez.
attempting to determine if I was real.
Final
And eventually they partially removed my mask
Mm-hmm.
and determined that I was
You were real.
myself.
Gotcha.
And then one of them sort of did something bad. One of them took my bag of candy, the whole bag.
Wow, that's kind of dick.
And so I decided at this point it would be appropriate for there to be a small movement.
Well, yeah.
So I slowly turned my head towards him.
And that's when you murdered them.
And his friend said, "Put it back, put it back." And then they take out their phones and they're like, "Oh, come on, move again so we can take a video."
No, screw
I did
that.
not-
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
Did
that,
not- The
no.
skeleton does not move.
Not your skeletal monkey.
They
Right.
want to move. But then, and other folks came by. Some of them were just like, the thing that I like the second greatest out of all of this is that the thing that was said to me, or said in my presence most often,
Yeah.
was, "Is he real?" The people who just walked by, they didn't even try and come up to me or take any candy. They just looked at me like, "Is he real?"
That's going to be my next college essay question. Is Medibot real?
Right. This is.
Is
A
anything
st-
real? And one gentleman who came by, clearly in his 50s, who both entered and left while I was there, took enormous handfuls of candy, and that made me a little upset. But the best part was there was a child who came by with her mother. she came by. She said, "Oh, it's so freaky." And she came up, and she did not touch me, but she inspected the skeleton.
Oh no!
Well, just not like that, but like looked at.
No,
like,
I lost in the game, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead, sorry.
And she came and went several times with her mother. I think they went out shopping because at one point I saw them coming back in with like a large box. But eventually, after it must have been the 5th time she walked by me, she walked up, reached her hand in the bag of candy, pulled some out, saw that she had taken 2, put 1 back, then said thank you, and walked away.
Aw.
Without even acknowledging that you were real or not, just out of politeness.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She recognizes that someone has done her a kindness. Says thank you. So a child, and an extremely well-behaved and polite child at that, received candied as a direct result of my actions on Halloween.
Yay!
And in the end, that's what Halloween's all about.
But let's see other things that happened. Okay, so like a bunch of people in the building, of course, were having parties or whatever, and so I saw people in costume come by, and they'll hit me and try and move my hand or make me drop my lantern or whatever. And sometimes I'll turn my head in anger, but sometimes I would just breathe at them.
You just breathe at them?
That is pretty creepy. I appreciate that.
So I was out there for a while, though, at least an hour, just trying to stand as still as possible, which is difficult if you have never tried it, and even more difficult if you have.
Oh no, as someone who worked as a cashier standing all day, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I used to do night shift at a sandwich shop, so I understand.
Yeah. I've never held a job like that, but I had to, I was holding my arms pretty much upright, holding this bag of candy and this lantern. So eventually I grew tired. I'm like, okay, one child got her candy, Halloween is saved, I can go back inside now. So I go back to my apartment, and I didn't, I sort of walked back there and I knocked on the door because it was locked, and I heard people around, and I didn't want to visibly break character by reaching for my keys, which I had hidden under my cloak.
Right.
I didn't want to visibly just, unlock a door and go in. I feel like that would really ruin things. So I knocked on my front door to see if my roommate would answer, because I knew he was home. He didn't for a while, but what happened is one of the passers-by, turns out, was at the party directly across from my apartment. And they had just, they opened the door, presumably they were, going to, go smoke or something. And I was actually facing that door. I was facing away from my own door. And so they opened the door, and I am standing there waiting for them. And the people who saw me were like, oh god, he's back. How did he get here? And a few of them come back up, and they're like, does anyone know who he is? Did we invite him to this party?
Who is
Do
he?
you know who this skeleton is? No, I have never met this skeleton before. and a few of them snapped pictures. They invited me inside. I did not move. And they offered me drink, but a skeleton
You can't drink.
on
Of course not.
not on duty, not while I'm on the clock. I mean, sure, during break time, of course.
Right.
Enjoy all manner, but we are also
course.
very professional and take our jobs seriously.
Yes.
Never
Yeah.
while working.
Gotcha.
As a professional spooktician.
Eventually, my roommate sort of realized what had happened and opened the door and pulled me back inside.
Okay.
And then that was that. And
Never
so
saw him again.
they still do not know who that skeleton was.
Fine.
But
The perfect crime.
importantly, drunk people were fooled and could not discern whether I was simply a prop or a man wearing a skeleton outfit,
That's
or
pretty great.
just a
honestly.
real-life skeleton. They could not meaningfully discern between the three, and a good child received candy.
Oh no, a great Halloween for you.
I have built the Halloween I wished to see in the world.
It's like the best remake of the Halloween tree I've ever heard.
So that's my Halloween story. That's how my Halloween went. It went quite well.
Oh.
Then I drank a lot.
A good ending, really.
Like I said, during break time, drinking is typical.
Oh, the
Yes.
skeleton, right. That's an excellent story, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a really great story, actually.
Like I said, fine work, skeleton.
Fine work, skeleton.
Fine work, Mr. Bones. Your wild ride was truly spectacular.
Oh dear. Hey Dicktron,
Yo.
what's the deal with hurting this final boss?
It's really hard. Mountain of
I
Faith is a
recommend
hard-ass
it, though.
pattern,
You
and
should
it's like...
probably-
Yes,
Probably
use
hurt.
attacks that deal damage to reduce your enemy's hit points to 0, thereby winning the game.
Watch out for the
It's
opal
just-
fruits.
Mountain of Faith, the final card in this game, is disproportionately hard to the rest of the game.
I see.
Mhm.
Well, what are you gonna do? That's Touhou for you, I guess.
Mhm.
Does anybody want to plug anything that they didn't get a chance to? Whoa, the music goes way loud on that.
I was trying to plug my friend earlier, whose name is... I know he's okay with me giving his real name out, but Sam Linton, he goes by Amphobius.
Okay.
Best friend, he also does music like me. He does chiptune, metal, and electronic stuff.
Actually, wait a sec.
Sounds very Anamanaguchi style, I like.
Yeah, he's basically like my oldest friend on the internet, so...
Okay, people checking out a shmup stream should be excited for an upcoming Wonderful 101 update.
Oh.
In that LP, there is a shmup level coming up.
Hey, cool.
Video 18-1 will be super shmuppy, and it's great.
Nice.
I've actually been watching that, and I've been actually wanting a Wii U now.
Yeah,
We get that a lot.
I have a gift certificate now for a game, and I'm trying to decide between Wonderful 101 and Bayonetta 2, more or less. So I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
you're murdering angels a lot, so I think Bayonetta 2 is your jam.
Yeah,
This is true.
as far as I know, you can't really go wrong either way.
Yeah, they both sound really solid from what I hear.
Hmm.
I mean, I love Bayonetta, and I'm actually going to try and get a Wii U for Christmas, and Bayonetta 2 is on my list there, because I
Although,
played the
I
first
guess if
game
you
on
haven't-
360.
If you haven't played the first Bayonetta, then Bayonetta 2 is a good deal because it comes with both.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's never been on the
I
Wii
also
before
have a
either,
plug.
so it's great.
I also have a plug.
Okay.
I'd like to plug the concept of shoutouts. Pretty
Okay.
good idea. Spreads
Alright.
word of mouth.
Fair
Yep.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Shout
And
out.
I can approve of it.
Gotcha.
So there you go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Be Right Back, gotta hand the plants.
Oh, also apparently Wonderful 101 has been marked down a lot. It's like $20. So if you
cool.
got a gift certificate, spend use that on the full price game and then
Got
just
low
spend
rates
cash on the
on-
cheap game.
On cameos.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of late is there's a Halloween sale on Steam, but I'm pretty sure half the people know that already.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, actually, yeah, and I'm going to
Steam
second that.
sale.
No!
Pick up
Oh
for the
god! I
it's-
fucked up. I fucked up. Oh god.
Yeah, no, I agree. Pick
No.
up for the Necrodancer. It's good.
No, not Steam. Screw your Steam sale. Oh god, I fucked up. Oh god. Oh god. What time is it? What year is it?
It's not too late. What happened?
It's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, November the 1st, Saturday.
I'm probably too late then, and I might as well just stay here.
Oh,
I was going to go to the party store and buy all the discount skulls. Because it's the day after
Discount
Halloween.
skulls.
That is
Discount
important.
skulls. Maybe I'll go later. It's
what-
not too far.
Yeah, those Birkin hair
I'll be
chaps
fine.
are
This
pretty
is good.
reliable for getting discount skulls.
Discount
Good work.
skulls.
I was
Good
at a
work,
murder
Slowbeef.
mystery dinner party yesterday.
Nice.
I-
Tell me about it.
I went to one of those and I hated it. How was yours?
Well, they forgot to serve dinner.
Did they at least kill someone?
When I was walking away, like when my wife and I were walking back to the train to get home, she's like, "Yeah, I didn't get any of those hot dogs." Like, they had hot dogs? I didn't even see the hot dogs. I just ate Cracker Jacks and brownies and shit all night.
No, that's dinner though. Cracker Jack is a complex enough food to be a dinner. It's got like 4 different food groups in it.
I got called up on stage during mine.
Oh, that's not how this one worked.
No.
Mine was really stupid, but yeah, go ahead. I forget, but I kind of, like, you know, they do, like, that playful sort of, like, you know, oh, look at this guy, how he's dressed, or whatever it is, you know, that kind of thing. I, like, snapped on my guy, kind of accidentally, because he said, I forget exactly how, but it was like, you're supposed to be a detective, and he said something, I'm like, you're a detective, and you didn't notice that? And he got kind of mad at me, and he said I was gay, which was like, oh, alright,
Well, you did notice that.
yeah, it's like, alright, you know,
Wow.
that's, sorry, pal, whatever, you know. But, you know, so then it turned out somebody in the audience who was never introduced as a character, killed the person, so I was like, this is stupid as hell. But, you know, whatever.
Yeah, that's really dumb. Like, being an outside source in that's never introduced. That's not how you do a puzzle.
Right, yeah, it's like, come on. At least give me a chance to solve the mystery here, but, you know.
I was playing a game recently, and it was like one of those point-click games, and there was a puzzle involving knowing the dates of the American Civil War, and I'm like, who the fuck knows that? Firstly, secondly, a puzzle which relies on outside sources is terrible. Yeah, but this game is going like international. You can't expect everyone to know. I didn't know what the fuck Fort Sumter was. It's like that puzzle in Silent Hill 3. Like, on the hard mode, there's a puzzle in Silent Hill 3 that you have to know Shakespeare in order to solve the puzzle. Which is dumb, because you're relying on the audience knowing this. It's just...
You know what else requires you have a working knowledge of Shakespeare? Being an educated human being is worth talking to. How about that?
Oh, dip!
Wow.
Oh,
way to be,
dip!
wow, way to be culturally insensitive. What, should I also know, like,
Way to be culturally literate, I think you mean.
Well,
What? Okay, so, like, you have to know Shakespeare, but you don't have to know anything about, like, anything about, like,
Touhou?
Asian theater?
It was not an exhaustive list. Is one entry on the list.
Alright, well, you better give me your binder full of lists or whatever, because I don't want to be caught unawares by your cultural illiteracy test.
I do not...
Like,
Oh, I get her
this
now.
Is, now I'm all mad. Now I'm super mad. Now I'm giga mad. I'm Zeta mad. Is
Well,
it like
you should have made me look like an ass. I'll just wear my head now.
No one feel like an asshole. It's Touhou. What? Yeah. I don't know what I mean by that either.
Slow beef. Touhou has nothing to do with Shakespeare. No matter how hard you try to plug it, it
We'll
won't
see.
happen.
We'll see what happens in Touhou 16 embodiment of. Oh fuck! Come on. Think high school. I'm a high school. I know. Damn it! I can't think of anything.
Ophelia, you're thinking of...
Ophelia.
you're
Sure.
thinking
There
of
you go.
Ophelia?
Lost Records of the Bard.
Midsummer Night's Dream is what I was thinking of because it sounded
okay.
Touhou-y, but
Yeah, it's full of... It's close
full of
enough.
fairies.
There's fairies and...
yeah.
And
Is this
whimsy.
the dagger I see before me? No, it's 5,000 bullets.
What do you call it? Oh boy.
It's some mystery.
Well, like,
Outside cultural things in video games.
oh
Just in general.
yeah.
As like a advancement requirement.
I mean, I kind of get the whole, why would, like, demons in Silent Hill be quizzing you on Shakespeare, except for maybe that, you know, they,
It's more
I don't
just
know.
the fact that
It's
it's
I
more
hate
just the
this-
fact that if you have a puzzle that requires an outside source of knowledge, I think that's not a very good construct of a puzzle. A good puzzle gives you all the information you need within the puzzle.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you know, it's like it's because not everybody's going to know about this one source that you know about, even if it is a popular thing like Shakespeare. It's just, you know, it seems biased.
I hate to make this joke, but it sounds like something you'd expect from Newgrounds.
Actually,
You hate to make that joke?
Grounds doesn't read. Come on.
nobody
I don't
on
read.
Newgrounds can read. I'm sorry, that's not a thing.
No one reads. Reading doesn't exist.
No.
We've seen the reviews, okay?
So, hey, Dicktron.
Yep.
Focusing, I sound like such an asshole when I say that. But focusing chain toggles, like what direction this is going in, and more or less?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, you're using the 5 flavor discount.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I am, apparently.
I've played this a few times back in my tumultuous youth when I played Touhou's.
Mm-hmm.
Before I went
was that
throw
your
on the
rebellious
Yoko
days,
circuit,
playing
and now
Touhou?
that's all I have time for.
Mm-hmm. How was Yoko Circuit going, by the way?
It's pretty good. You know, we've got the Winter 2015 U.S. Eastern Conference Open Championship Series coming up in January at its usual location, although it'll be a bit later in the month.
What is its usual location?
Oh,
So-
Is that
Sorry,
Magfest?
hold on, be right back.
We're still waiting to hear on whether or not we're going to get a panel on at Magfest, by the way.
Oh, you're going to come to Magfest?
If we get a panel, we will, which sounds...
Even if you don't, if you come there, I will buy you drinks.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure Magfest basically
I owe you
lets
from
anyone
last
to a
time.
panel. If you
They should give
actually
me a
set it up.
panel
They should give you a panel. Why don't they?
about
Apply for one. I don't know.
esports. I think I missed the deadline.
Yeah, I think it was a little while ago. But,
We were supposed to do that panel about sand in video games.
if we get the panel, if you want to come on or whatever at some point,
Yeah,
talk
oh yeah,
about Yoko,
I can be all kinds of things and say places.
All right, so this
I
is...
would totally go to. Oops, sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I would totally go to a panel that you guys are doing at Magfest if you're doing it.
Thank you for supporting esports.
Definitely.
Slowbeef,
Yo.
thank you for supporting esports.
You're welcome.
Maybe I could teach you how to play Yoshi's Cookie.
I know how to play Yoshi's Cookie. Not well, but yeah, actually,
Slowbeef.
yes.
Maybe I could teach you how to play Yoshi's Cookie.
Good point. All right, look, Dicktron.
You might think you know how to play Yoshi's Cookie, but you've not participated in the G/CL. You'll know how much of a scrub you really are.
Listen, I want a shot type that's gonna wreck through bosses.
Yep.
Does that exist? Am I
In Subterranean Animism?
I want a shot type that won't
not
drive me crazy.
obviously not like Mountains of Faith, but shit where it's like, you know what? I don't want to survive these patterns for very long if I can help it.
Like, I'm pretty sure Remue is just like your best choice with that.
Remue?
Yeah, it's a forward-facing, powerful shot type.
This is true. I'm just trying Mercedes for the hell of it. All right, I think.
I think Marissa A is the laser type in this game. That's reasonably strong against bosses. Mostly because its bomb is great if it's in this game. I actually don't remember if it is or not.
What does her bomb do? I forget.
Laser Marissa always has the giant laser, the Master Spark.
Laser is not difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for something not difficult at this point. But
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and look this up for you.
thanks. Mighty Dicktron's a pal, everybody.
Mighty Dicktron, thank you for supporting esports.
Thank you for supporting.
I
esports.
definitely support esports.
Good man. What do you call it? Also, roundaboutgame.com. Anyway, all right. I think I'm gonna call it a stream soon. I'm on my last life, and I know I'm not once seeing this round. So, thanks everybody who joined and everything. You know,
Well fought, Slowbeef.
next time I'm not giving up. You know,
That's right.
I didn't realize I could have Mountain of Faith's final pattern, which is actually not surprisingly called Mountain of Faith, is actually really difficult to deal with. But you know, we can just kill her in here. Oh, but I did get an extra life, so maybe I'm not out of it yet. Anyway, what did everyone else expect to be doing this November 1st, besides talking to me on stream?
Doing
hours.
nothing until I head out at like 4 or so.
Gotcha.
I was gonna
Same.
have dinner with a friend who's sick.
Aw.
Aww. Booze Candy Skeleton.
I was probably just going to do what I did on Halloween. Exist.
Skeleton.
Are you real?
I'm really mad. This is the first Halloween in the last 9 years which I didn't dress up for.
Aw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, dress up today.
Dress up like a Touhou.
Oh god, that'd be so hard. I'm not a good tailor.
My
I don't own that many frills.
be a no frills Touhou character. Hey! What?
There isn't one. You've made a grievous mistake.
Oh dear. Alright, I'm
And
gonna...
I'm difficulty finding the shot type. It's weird.
Okay. So, fortunately, I have no power going to this boss fight, which is Satori, and I hate her, so, you know, we're screwed. Take it easy, everybody.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Everybody hates Tori. She was talking with Jessica in third period. Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm not even going to
my
repeat
God.
Don't
Did
repeat
you
it.
even see what she was wearing, though?
Back. Sorry.
That's
How did you
okay.
even get away with that?
it. Were you talking with Tori?
What?
Tori!
You were talking with Tori!
We're not...
I don't know who Tori is.
I thought we
Oh,
decided...
sure, you don't know who Tori is.
The whole school knows who Tori is.
Is this a Danganronpa joke? I'm not getting into this.
Unless you have been living under a rock that is inside the sun for the last 800 years, you would have to know who Tori is.
Well, consider me solar, good sir.
Oh dear. Hey, wait, what the hell is this? Wait, what is this? This isn't a pattern I've ever seen before.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
Remember, Satori has that gimmick where she does different patterns depending on which shot type.
Oh, right.
Oh.
This is...
So,
Yes.
Yeah, funny thing is that Reimue has the hardest shot type, hardest patterns. So,
good luck.
congratulations.
Wow, that's... Aw.
So,
Alright.
yeah, I was just away for a bit because my mom came back from the shops and I had to bring the shopping in. But she told me something pretty adorable. She was. I live in the same
Right.
area that the creator of Peter Pan was born,
Yes.
and there was a Japanese couple had sort of come up, and the girl, like, she must have been in her, I think, late 20s, just Japanese girl just squealing when she sees the Peter Pan statue, like the original one, and she's like, Peter Pan, picture.
Hey, let's minimize that voice on stream.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just joking. Go ahead.
Yeah, but
No.
still, it was just adorable, just seeing
Yep.
people from far and wide coming to this tiny town because Peter Pan, cool.
Okay, so Marissa A is considered probably the easiest one for survival in this game.
Really?
A, not B, because I think you're using B.
What's the deal with Marissa A?
Just straightforward, and she's got a good bomb.
Oh. Alright. Alright. That's interesting. Anybody have any other good Halloween stories while we're here? Because that's appropriate for Touhou.
I'm trying to think of some.
Ironicus, you didn't finish your Halloween story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's all right.
Ironicus.
I want to hear about
The way this game worked is just, you get a bunch of your friends in your house, and they've all got characters with different goals to pursue. And most people were interested in finding out who killed the dead guy, but actually probably less than half actually really cared. So I thought I was doing pretty good. I was the assistant lion tamer. It was a circus murder. And so
Here's the
in the
business.
end, I managed to get a bunch of people to give me money so I could buy a Siberian white tiger and go into business as my own boss instead of being an apprentice. And I screwed over the ringmaster and joined the Splinter Circus off the side. And
circus schism.
yes,
Circus.
Circus schism.
Man, I tried to say that way faster so I'd sound cool, but I messed it up so bad.
And then accused one of the trapeze guys of doing the murder, which was
Ah.
correct.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did you just rip off Phoenix Wright?
Did you just spoil a murder mystery for us?
Maybe. I mean, they do sell this game, so if you get this one game from this one company, then yes, I spoiled
Yeah, it's the
game.
trapeze guy.
Hey,
just
Dick-
FYI in
Dick-
advance.
Yo,
Sorry, Dicktron, this character I'm playing has 8 bombs she can use. Am I reading that right? Per life?
she has up to 8 power,
Do you-
so she can use 8 bombs.
Do you know how easy it would have been to once you see this fucking game with 8 bombs per lives?
Well, you see, you'd have to get back up to 8 power every time, so it doesn't actually work out to being like you always have 8 bombs available to you.
Right, gotcha, okay.
Like,
So-
it's not that like it's powerful. It's not as strong as you think it is.
Got it.
It's still 8 bombs.
Still,
Also, the damage type on it is fairly low overall, so you have
noticing
to have
yeah.
be unfocused and like close up to bosses to get full damage in on them.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's how that works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Are we back on the first game?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I see. You got your Touhou game on with a little easy practice. Now you're like, yeah, I can do this now.
I was just fucking around while, because like I'm over time on what I told my wife I'd be doing stream wise, but then I'm like, I just decided to play around a little. Now I'm like, wait a sec, this might actually be doable. So we'll see.
You're your old man now, slowbeef. You do your Touhou's any damn way you want.
Imagine a bomb. Wrong, it's weaker than that.
Then I'm gonna have to go up and probably change my kid or something. Jeez.
Oh, literal children.
You get to exchange if you don't like it? Like, what's the return policy?
7 days for any reason, 30 days for things that are covered by the warranty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to look into this.
And then past that you can get half value back.
Yeah, you can do a
thought
trade-in.
I thought it was a birther beware situation.
No, that's just what they want you to believe.
You have to keep the receipt though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that's the little thing they put around the wrist. Okay.
Yeah.
They have like LoJack for babies now, you know. Like baby LoJack, it's kind of awesome. You know.
What?
Yeah, like when you're in the hospital, they're like, we're gonna make sure no parent's nightmare of someone stealing their kid, which like never really happens. Like happens. So we're gonna spend a lot of money on baby LoJack. So if
We
someone
just handcuffed the baby to the bed.
if you try to leave with a baby, all the hospital goes into lockdown.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
kind of awesome.
Yeah, there's sort of weird things that happen now. With
We're on
That sounds
full
like an
lockdown.
awesome idea for a heist.
They also figured
Baby
out.
heist.
They also figured out like skin to skin's a really good thing for babies to have. So the minute you give birth, like as the woman, they just throw the baby on you. Like if you watch birthing videos, it's kind of funny now. They just like they pick up the baby, they do like a bulb thing to make sure the throat and nose are clear, and then plop.
Here, it's yours now.
Yep, it kind of is like that.
Someone else's problem.
Doctor,
So
just back off.
if you're
like,
ever trying to
"Not
break
mine,
into a
not it."
hospital for
Mhm.
any reason, and you want a distraction, you just get one person on your heist crew to try to steal a baby.
Well, no, but then the hospital's in lockdown is the trick, right?
That's right. They're all distracted. It's part of the plan, man.
There needs to be a hospital heist movie now.
That's like a weird scene in Payday 2, a weird stage of Payday 2.
And you mean basically the ending of Hard Boiled?
Whoa. I am not at all used to the shot type, wow. Oh yeah, this is...
Oh, by the way, keep in mind you haven't practiced Satori's cards at all with this type, so just be careful about that.
We'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
Parsi, what's her... Oh, this one, yeah. This is no big deal, actually. I'm liking this shot type a lot. Honestly.
Across the
I
streets.
like how bombing doesn't ruin your damage output.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
I can
kind
respect
of
that.
great, actually. I'm kind of sad of all the time I wasted on Reimu A. That
I mean, that's the
motherfucker.
second best. Like, that's also one of the best ones, you know? It's not
Yeah.
like you wasted time on it.
Yeah. No, it's
You
true.
wasted it.
Wasted.
Okay.
coming in there.
I'm convinced.
Wasted.
Let's see. There's a really cool haunted house in New York. I think they call it Blackout now, and it's in LA too. It's sort of a performance art haunted house thing, but you have to go in alone. You're not allowed. Like if you bring people, they have to wait.
Oh, that's great.
You're blindfolded for a lot of it, and you're given a flashlight. It's like, I'm sorry. There's like alternating things. So basically, what happens is, I can't believe I died there. What happens is, they tell you they give you a flashlight, and then there's parts of it where the actors tell you to do things, and you have to do them. You know.
Okay.
But part of it involves being wrist tied more or less, you know, and things like that. It's really
It's a
fucked
real
up.
life point-click game.
It's a really messed up experience, and they offer you a shot of whiskey before you go in, which is kind of fun, which I think is kind of fun. Funny.
It's a bit of Dutch courage.
I said no to the whiskey, but it's a very horrific experience, so much so that I'd say I would never ever actually recommend doing it. Like, it's really not even fun. It's just like horrible. But
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it is fun. Just hanging out with skeletons. Do that for Halloween. Hang out with skeletons.
I agree with that, frankly.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Hang out in the boneyard.
the bone.
On stream, you currently have 6/6 power, so I can respect that.
Well,
Hail Satan.
fortunately, I also didn't realize her bomb doesn't last long as the other kind of.
Nope.
Yeah. All right. So I do need to practice more. This is not just going to be a gimme 1cc, but next time we'll do it. Yeah, I'm screwed with her because at least they gave you full power up when you run out of lives.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, you know, hey, it's something.
It's like, you're not gonna get the best stuff. Here you go. Here's a full power up.
Yeah, you're not doing
It's
this,
a-
so it's a consolation.
It's a
prize.
pity power up.
Have a peppermint patty, kid.
Metabot, you're the best.
Slowbeef, thank you.
You're welcome. Esports.
Bless you, Slowbeef. Esports.
Esports.
For Yoko.
Oh, Yoko. Alright, you'll have to teach me how to play Yoshi's Cookie for real, basically.
Maybe, you know what I'll have to do is I had actually started writing a guide
Mm-hmm.
that sort of explains.
You make YouTube
How
videos
to-
about it.
Oh crap, it's 3. I
How to
have
get-
some things to do, so
shit,
thank
it
you
is.
again.
No problem at all.
Godspeed.
Bye,
Yeah.
Reverie.
So long.
Oh no, Ironicus.
What about Ironicus?
I thought Ironicus disappeared with his car as well.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Oh.
I don't have anyone who's a celebrity now, except Metabot.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
What?
I'm
No,
just joking.
you only have Medibot. I don't know about her.
Slowbeef, you're an internet sensation.
I'm nobody.
You invented Let's Play.
I'm a.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
I'm a celebrity in my own heart.
More like a celebrity in your own fart.
Oh dear.
What?
Oh,
Oh god.
Snap!
I've been dunked so hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't handle
Okay,
the
kid.
savage own.
Damn, this is such a great shot type. I mean, I'm not doing good with it right now, but I'm like, you know what? I love everything about this shot type. This is.
Oh shit, I completely forgot about the idea I had.
What was your idea?
Well, you mentioned that you'd kind of like prefer more rockin', intense music to go with this.
Yes.
So I thought I could just set up a sync tube, and then you could just play it in place of.
Whatever. Yeah.
I could do that, and because I've got
Mad skills.
shameful amount of music to support that.
Oh, I'm down with that.
All right. Well, next time you do it, just go ahead, and I'll just set up the skeleton zone.
Yeah.
The name of my sync tube.
Skeleton Planet. Skeleton World. Skeleton Planet.
Skeleton time. Alright. I think that's my last life on stage 4, so fuck it. I'm also not bombing enough. So I think if I had a little practice on this, I could totally get this
yeah.
going with
Wasn't that bad.
Marissa A.
Takes always that you are doing better than somebody who has never played a Touhou game before.
Excellent solace.
Yes. This is that's great. I am doing better than a Touhou version, more or less, yeah. Oh dear. That sounded fun.
Yes, namely me, so.
Alright, good night everybody.
Good
Good
night,
night, everyone.
everybody.
Night night!